Here's an interesting topic over cracked eggs. Here's an interesting topic. Okay. Is Jesus God? It's like a daily thing that this happens. How cool. So, I was brought up Jewish, and we're told that he's not God. And we're taught that, it says in the Old Testament, very specifically, that he would be considered a prophet and a false prophet. And the reason why he'd be considered a false prophet is because it doesn't look like Christians keep all the commandments that Jews have. The question is, why not? If the Bible is all about the commandments, then why aren't Christians who believe in Jesus, like Jesus was Jewish, why aren't they doing all the commandments? And the answer is because he didn't tell people to keep all the commandments. He just told people that they're forgiven and to live ethically, but to forget about commandments. And the question is, how could someone just say forget about the commandments? It's literally leaving out half a Torah. So the answer is he was a false prophet. And it says very specifically in the Old Testament that false prophets will arise and they will do miracles, but they will say, don't follow God, follow something else, and you don't believe them. In fact, it takes it very seriously. Like, you don't believe these people. There were others as well. There was someone by the name of Shabtai Tzvi. Very famous story about him. Similar story. False prophet, did miracles, healed people through the use of Kabbalah, but went away from the actual laws of Judaism. Judaism isn't about miracles. People tend to be very attracted to miracle workers. But on a basic level, Judaism is just like a way of life, and it's not about supernatural things. And the laws that we have nothing to do with supernatural things, my understanding. So, so I was thinking, like, okay, I know Christians could be wonderful people, I know some personally, so this is an attack on them. It's an attack on a specific belief that they may have. So, for example, the attack wouldn't be on Christians, the attack would be on the belief, okay? If Jesus is God, or the Son of God, but God says explicitly he doesn't have any shape or form, so by you saying, no, Jesus is a human form of God and part of him, that's a problem, because humans don't have a spark of God in them, or made in the image of God. But we're not God. We don't have any parts of God. Okay? And so, if I'm telling you that Jesus is God, then I'm telling you I believe in idol worship. Because according to the definition of we know that God is not a human form, if you tell me there's any human form that's God, not only is it not believing in God, it's believing in something else, which is idol worship. And the Old Testament talks very, very serious about people who believe in idol worship. There's a lot of curses, and it logically doesn't make a lot of sense either. So what I'd say is be ethical people, be moral people. There's something called a Noahide, which is not a Jew. Someone who believes in God and his 7 commandments, and that's it. People live by that. God in the Bible gives them a whole list of blessings. There's no money mafia there, people trying to make that into a business. No, it's just the Noahide laws, living with the Noahide laws. Jews need to have a whole this fat book of laws, and Noahide's a very short list. But for people who want to add something else in between, I don't know why anyone would want to do that. You can talk to God straight. Now, instead of talking to God straight, I want to talk to Jesus in between. Forget about Jesus. Maybe I want to go to a rabbi in between instead of talking to God straight. No, of course I want to always talk to God straight. No middlemen. In my food chain, I want to go directly to the food. I don't want to have people in between. I'd rather go straight to the source, straight to the farm. Judaism also, I want to go straight. I want to go straight to the source. I want to talk to God. So many times I listen to Christian music or different pastors, and they're saying like something very beautiful, and then they finish off like in the name of Jesus or something, and I'm like, if you just don't say the Jesus part, if you just say the God part, everything else you said fully aligns with Noahide laws, fully aligns with Judaism, and it's very beautiful. So I don't understand the whole Christian thing. I don't know what Christians gain by adding Jesus. They're just making it into idol worship. You could still have the lights on Christmas, because Christmas is a holiday of lights, almost like Hanukkah. There's nothing to do with the history. No one cares. It's just party time. It's just party time. It's just celebration time. And so you can still do that without believing in Christianity. Just, again, understand Jesus is not God, and believing in Him is very problematic according to God. It's very problematic, and it's idol worship. And I wonder what your thoughts are, because I don't, I'm not looking to be right here. I'm looking to have a conversation and understand other people. Not trying to call anyone names. I just want everyone to have a good life in this world and a good place in the next, and I want their life to make sense to them. And whatever religion you're part of, it should make sense to you. And if logical questions are asked, if you should have answers for them, not for me. If you have in response any answer, I'd love to hear in the comments. I have no agenda here. I'm not trying to have an agenda, make everyone Jewish. No, if you're Jewish, then it's a good idea to be religious. It's very simple to be religious. If you're not Jewish, you don't need to be Jewish at all. Be a Noahide. But Christianity, the whole Jesus part, I'm not sure where it helps people.